Hey everybody, it's Jason. Welcome back to the channel. You know, every now and then I like to pick up some newer Magic cards, especially since I played way back when and I don't know what most of the new cards look like anymore. So it's kind of fun to pick up some old ones, but I've never really picked up a full pre-made deck. And I found this one on clearance at Target, so I'm sure there's nothing of value in it, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to just look and see how Wizards of the Coast puts together some of their theme decks with new cards. So we'll open that up. I think it's got some boosters in there too. So we'll look at the cards, we'll look at the deck, and we'll look at the boosters and see what's in there. Okay, this should be fun. Theros Beyond Death. It looks like it's a blue-black. Is black purple now? It's a blue-purple deck. It was $11.99 at Target only. And like I said, I'm sure the 60 cards are predetermined and not worth anything. There's two boosters in there from the Theros Beyond Death pack. Shall we try to pronounce this? Ashiok Planeswalker's deck. That must be the Planewalker. What is everybody's opinion on Planewalkers? I don't have a lot of them, and some of them are super powerful. Do I need the tool? I might not need the tool for this one. I don't know. It's a weird concept. And I know it's not even a new concept anymore, but when I played Magic, it's like 30 years ago. I mean, gosh dang. It came out in 93, didn't it? It's about the year I graduated in 94. Uh-oh. I don't know if we can get this open. I'll look at the cards. Oh my, we might need the tool. Should I just go for it? Let's just go for it. There we go. Huh, they put a lot of packaging in this. Oh, that's why I couldn't get it open. They had that sticker around it. Okay, well, I've never found packaging I couldn't eventually defeat in the end. So, we've got a whole bunch of cards. I like that art on the cover. Although I will admit, I still prefer old Magic art. I need to get this card out of here. I don't want to damage it. Oh, there. Okay. So what do we have here? Here's our Planeswalker. Ashiok, Sculptor of Fears. 6 mana casting. Okay, so our Planeswalker ability, we start with 4. Draw a card. Each player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. -5, put target creature from graveyard into the battlefield under your control. That's not too bad. Put some expensive stuff in there and then get it out with that. Gain control of all creatures and target opponents. I misread that. Gain control of all creatures target opponent controls. Okay, well, that's okay. Let's see. You start with 4, so 6. It'd take a little bit to get that 11 to cast that. I don't know. That's an okay card, I guess. Let's see what's in the box. I really don't want to damage this box. There we go. Okay. We'll save the 2 boosters for the end. Are they both the same set? They are. We've got cool and oh, before you play. Do we need to see this? Let's look at it real quick. What are Planeswalkers? Oh, so this is like made for people who don't know how to play yet. Hey, I actually have this card. That's cool. Let's see. Okay, it just kind of talks about playing the deck. We'll look at the deck, though, and see if we can figure out what its theme is while we're going. Let's start with the deck. Do we need the tool? Yeah, let's use the tool. Okay, I want you all to bear with me. I'm going to probably have to read these cards because I don't know a lot of the new cards. So, we've got a rare here. Lifelink, that's cool. It is a graveyard Lamaya. I might not read the titles because I don't know how to pronounce half of these words, but when it enters the battlefield, search your library for a card, then put it into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1. Okay, well, I think I see where this deck is going right away, huh? Another rare Ashiok's Forerunner. Are these all blue-black then? Oh, we got some blues.
Okay, well, we'll go through these sort of fast, maybe. It's flash, enters, search your library or graveyard. I don't like all these search in your graveyard. It just really seems like it makes the game last a lot longer, doesn't it? Elite Instructor, I recognize that one. Draw a card, then discard a card. What do we got here? Alternative art of some sort. 2 mana, legendary enchantment creature. Toughness is equal to your devotion of black. Okay, I know of devotion because of the Magic Puzzle Quest phone game, but I don't know how it works in practice. Do you have to have a separate score for devotion? Or is devotion just the number of permanents you have in play? Somebody leave me a comment, or I'll look it up and put a thing. Okay. A Gorgon. Escape. Oh my god, this deck looks like this would be an annoying deck to play with all the escapes and exile from your... Wow. I don't know. Underworld Charger. There's a lot of these. Devourer of Memory. A creature, a nightmare. So back in my day, a nightmare was like a card. A cheap casting cost. What's it do? Whenever one or more cards are put into your graveyard from your library, Devourer of Memory gets +1/+1. Oh, until end of the turn. And can't be blocked? Put top card into your graveyard. That doesn't tap to do that activated ability. Okay, well that can do a lot of damage at one shot, I guess. Are there any commons? Everything here has been rare or common. Is that just what they do now? They just so much power sink that it's like decks are just, they're all so powerful that they don't even make commons anymore, apparently. Swimmer of Nightmares gets +3/+3 as long as there are 10 or more cards in a single graveyard, in anyone's graveyard. Okay. Can't be blocked as long as you control an Ashiok Planeswalker. There is a lot of powerful stuff in here. There's a lot of those. A Harpy. Mind Rack Harpy. Flying. Beginning of your combat. Each player puts the top 3 cards into their graveyard. My goodness. Do they still make Felden's Canes? Because if they don't make Felden's Canes or Time Twister or anything like that anymore, you're really going to run out of cards quick in this deck. These are all lands. Oh no, okay, I was like, wait a minute, is that it? Okay, no, we got some... what do we got here? Tap for colorless mana. Tap one other land and make this one of any color. You know, in a 2-color deck, is that even worth playing? I mean, there's so many different dual land types you could use, but I guess this doesn't come into play tapped at least. But Glimpse of Freedom, I kind of recognize this card. Maybe. Is that another? Oh, Escape, exile from your graveyard. Man, I don't know. This will be fun to try, actually, and I won't even modify it. I'll just play it as is next time I got my friends. Hey, here's a card I recognize. Exile target creature for... Did that always cost 5 mana? I guess so. Terror only costs 1, but it didn't exile the creature, so... Funeral Rites. I think I recognize this. Draw 2 cards, lose a life, and put the top 2 cards into your graveyard. They're really, really excited about putting things in your graveyard with this deck, aren't they? Myers Grith. -3/-3. Okay, and it looks like that's it. Okay, well, let's open up these boosters. Or should we hold on to these so that we can sell them for cover price in 40 years? I'm joking. Although I do regret, whoops, opening some of my boosters way back when. Okay. Always love doing magic openings. Okay. Oh man, I should have looked up where they put the rares. I didn't, so we're just going to start at the beginning. Karma's Blessing. Target creature gets 2/2 until the end of the turn. If it's an enchantment, it gets Altar of the Something, an artifact. Hey, I don't think there were any artifacts in that deck there. So I almost forgot they make artifacts. Devotion of each color and is increased by 1. Add 1 mana of any color. If you control a god, a demigod, or a legendary, you gain a life. 3 mana, and you can add 1 mana of any color. You know, that's not bad. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Okay. This Pegasus gains vigilance and lifelink. That's cool. Target creature gets over 1 mana. You know, I guess Giant Growth was +3/+3 for 1 mana, so I guess that's not anything too big. 1/1 with Death. Oh, Moss Vipers, I remember them. Revoke existence. Exile target artifact or enchantment. They really like to do exiles now. 6 mana for a 6/7 creature with no abilities. Way too expensive. Flash with Flyer for 3 mana. Oh, now we're at the uncommons. You may choose not to untap. Okay, target creature with power X or less doesn't untap for as long as this remains tapped. Okay, well, I don't know. Why not just kill a creature? +1/+1 in life link, and when you that's not so bad for 2 mana. That's not bad at all. A human soldier. I recognize this card from somewhere too. It enters the battlefield. Create the human soldier tokens. Devotion. Okay. Okay, so devotion is your number of permanents. Okay. Here's our rares. We got a Kraken. That's a baby Kraken. 3 mana. It's a 2/3. When you draw a card, you may pay a mana. If you do, put 1/1 on it and create a 1/1. Oh, that's not so bad. Can you just do what once though? Looks like you can just do it once. Another rare. So what? Boosters come with like multiple rares now too. This is an enchantment. 3 mana. When Treacherous Blessing enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a spell, you lose a life. What? When it becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice it. Whenever you cast a spell, you lose a life. Why would you want to do this? I don't like that at all. And we've got a fancy looking plains, and we've got another human soldier token. That's cool. Token cards are awesome. Okay, let's look at booster pack number 2, and then we'll wrap things up. You know, for 12 bucks, this really isn't that bad a deal. Whoops. And like I said, I'll try that deck against my friends and see what they think. I would like to get into new Magic now, but it's too complicated, and I just feel like I'm too old. And I don't mean like old. I just mean like, I did a sealed deck tournament a few years ago, and I just annoyed everybody because I had to read all the cards. And that was when I discovered they got rid of mana burn, which I disagree with. Sacrifice this to draw 3 cards. Oh, and 6 mana. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, that's like Ancestral Recall. Okay, what do we got here? Farika's Libation. Target opponent. I'm going to complain again, these choose ones. It's like there's so many cards. You don't need all these choose one things. Target opponent sacrifice a creature. Target opponent sacrifice an enchantment. Why not just say target opponent sacrifices a creature or an enchantment? We've got another common. Put 2 white human soldiers in there and gain 2 life. Sacrifice to scry 2. That's not too bad. With flash also, not bad at all. Target creature gets -4. Scry 2, not bad again. Discard a card, draw a card. You know, that's really not that bad either for a common. Plummet. Destroy target creature with flying. For 2 mana. Wasn't there a card like that already? Are we on the rares yet? Or uncommons? Nope. We got Reach. 4/4. 4 mana. Whenever 2 or more creatures your opponent controls attack, Flummoxed Cyclops can't block. Yeah, that kind of neuters that reach ability, doesn't it? Setsi and Skirmisher. Constellation. When an opponent enters the battlefield you control, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 4 mana for a 2/5 with no abilities. Enchantment creature. Thrill of Possibility. 2 mana. As an additional cost, discard a card and then draw 2 cards. This booster is a lot not so good. Oh, now we're in the uncommons. Hilarious, Enraptured. Enters the battlefield tapped. Why? He doesn't untap. Wait, doesn't untap during your untap step if you control a reflection. When he enters the battlefield, create a 3/2 reflection creature. Oh! Okay, so he comes into play tapped. He doesn't untap unless you control... Okay, so if you have like 4 of these in a deck, and I don't know if you can play clones anymore, but 4 of these and some clones, that could be actually a pretty good card. Like I said, I play like, I don't know, somebody who used to play a long time ago. Agonizing Remorse. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land hand card from it, or from their graveyard. Exile it, lose a life. Mythic Repeal. Put target enchantment on the bottom of the owner's library. Are people using enchantments enough that you would put something like this in your deck? I guess target enchantment, you could use it on your own card, but like, seriously, do people use enchantments? Like, why would you ever waste, why would you ever put this in your hand? I don't know. What's this? Elspeth something conquers death. Okay, it's a saga. I've never seen one of these in real life. I had these on the Magic Puzzle Quest app, but I never saw one of these cards actually. Let's see. It enters during your draw step. Add a load. Okay, so I think you do one of these every turn. Is that right? Is that the rare? That's a rare, not a mythic rare. Mystic rare, just a rare. Okay. Exile target permanent with converted mana at 3 or greater. Okay. Non-creature spells your opponent casts cost 2 more until your next turn. That's kind of useless. Return, I mean, just for 1 turn, you know. Return target creature Planeswalker from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter or a loyalty counter on it. That's not so bad. What's it cost? 5 mana. We got our special island, and we've got a token. Okay, and that's that. That's cool. We got a box for the deck. I'll try this guy out. I think I will try it as is, and maybe I'll do sort of a video on that or something like that at some point. Otherwise, yeah, these pre-made theme decks aren't too bad. It's nice that they throw in a couple of boosters and a box. I'd like to see them throw in a dice just for fun, but otherwise, was it worth 12 bucks? Yeah, of course it was worth 12 bucks. I mean, boosters alone probably cost, what, 3 or 4 each? I don't know. So that's it. I might do a few more of these and just kind of hand out some of these theme decks to some of my friends when they're over, and we can all try them out. And who knows, maybe I can con some of them into doing a video with them for the channel. Maybe not, who knows. Otherwise, I will be back soon with another video. So hit that subscribe button if you want to make sure you don't miss it. And until then, thanks for watching.